And just like that, it appears that Exosister cards have gone into orbit. So you guys smash the evolving crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. If you've been paying attention to Exosister cards for most of today after those two new reveals, you probably noticed something hilarious. These cards just orbited into another galaxy. So right now, Martha's 160 for light flight, 180 for Starlight rares. That's insane to be seeing. You scrolling down here. Oh, the good rank 4. Oh, $65. Oh, well that's a little bit outlandish. You know, Magnifica's $50. Oh, this just gets even worse. We've also seen quarter century packs. You have one cheap listing here which is about to go away, but you're looking at like $13 a packs. Magnifica's QCRs, $15 on up to 17s. Still going. Looks like Sophia's coming in at 10s. Martha, secret rares. This one's a little bit rough, but $14 a copy of Martha is outlandish. Like, I'm asking you, who is paying this? Because nobody, I'm happy to see like new support for this, but yikes. Packs CRs, $10. Mikhail's $5 and $5. I mean, like, this is fine. Seeing, key components like that. Irene or Ellis is still coming about $5. Sophia's still about 3s. Martha's, once again, Power of the Elements secret rares, $14. I mean, you have one heavy play here for $2, but Sophia's coming in at 3s. Magnifica Ultras. Okay, so this is where we start to see our decline here into, the rest of this calming down. Incredibly interesting to see that, the top end of a archetype like this gets some of the best support that they could hope to get, and you just see the market tilting in such a crazy direction that it's nuts. Slash draw, oh boy, we get the opportunity to kind of peek in and see, some Genesis format discussions every once in a while, and Slash draw, it's kind of, I guess, one of those cards that, if you're going to look at your opponent and try to come up with like a degenerate card to use, this is the thing. I mean, this card is very gimmicky for the way that it acts and works, but it is an OTK piece to be able to, try to clear the game. And you can already see, it's like an 8-cent, tuck up here. But the point is, you're dealing with the penny stock department. How's our turnover market on this? Yeah, I mean, the copies of these, they're going to move in like 3s if you're looking to pick up copies of this. But if you want a card that seems kind of fun for the older format, there you go. Regenesis cards. So if you have paid attention to Regenesis, I guess over the weekend there was a little bit of success for Regenesis in general. You can get the QCR Searcher for $26 to $27. Archfiends are coming in at $45 to $46 a copy. I guess this is up from where this card has traditionally been in the past, which I guess is fine. I mean, if you've got some sort of uptext, but I mean, all of your $30 copies have just vominosed off of the market. And solidly, I think $45 is kind of insane to think about. Sage is coming in at about 17s, which is fine. Regenesis Lord's coming in at 14. And also the Archfiends coming in at 8s is about normal. Also, your Regenesis spell card on the bottom end here coming in at $6 to $7 a copy. So, I mean, we're not necessarily doing too bad on that. Your Archfiend Ultras, these are $6 to $7, man. You're not really... The low rarity stuff for Regenesis is very achievable to get. Like, you can still build this deck. It's just, once again, we see the top end of the market scraping by and doing what the top end of the market tends to do. We've also got Called by the Grave. Well, I can't say that I'm not surprised to see the top end of this market going kind of crazy, because this was always going to be a scenario that was going to happen eventually, where you were going to see the quarter century part of the market going, I guess, nuts over time. But, you know, the alt art having the evil twins on it laughing at the opponent, $90. But then you come on down here and you look at, you know, the QCR versions of these coming in at, you know, $36 a piece. I mean, this part is not necessarily too bad, but it's just okay. And then, of course, Duelist Advanced boxes. Love that this populates $28. But yes, Called by the Graves are having a nice little return back into the market, but this is just the sort of scenario that was always, I guess, going to happen here. SP Little Knight. You know, seeing the quarter century SP Little Knight at $170 now is crazy to me, because this card, formerly being one of the most expensive QCR pieces of the modern era, felt very unreal. Especially, you know, and you're like, oh, hey, you know, you can get SPs for $300. That was the golden standard. But, you know, you rewind back here and you kind of get to see, wow, you know, these really have dropped down to $180. That's crazy. Now, you can get Seeker Rares for $11 to $12. You can get PCRs for 10s. You can get PURs for 11s. Also looks like Platinum's coming in at 12s. You know, QCR Super Rares at 10s. You know, Starlights, these are $10. The Starlights are cheaper to get than some of the alternative printings that have been sitting out here. Also looks like Age of Overlord Secret Rares, $10. You know, other Secret Rares here coming in $9, $10. Your lowest one, being the Ultra Rare, is an $8.50 card. So if you're looking at SP right now, I mean, realistically, a former staple card still holding its value is not surprising at all. Next up here, Mirror of Oaths. Now, for those of you that forgot what this card does, it's whenever your opponent special summons a monster from their main deck, destroy that monster, and then if you do, you get to draw a card. Now, this was basically an anti-Gladiator Beast card way back in the day. Hilariously enough, your last sale was back in September 16th for $15. So even with that knowledge, you know, this card's not necessarily doing too much of the crazy uptick, but it's enough to go, oh, okay. Also looks like your Raging Battle commons are still, you know, 30 to 40 cents. So this is just a classical, hey, it's a turbo pack card that's got some value. You know, there's already not enough of these running around on the market to really populate as it is. So kind of cool, I guess. This one is crazy. Starlight Mirrorjades have finally been wiped off of the market. Now, we joke and talk about like the higher rarity situations that we see certain cards having here, but this, for $400 on up to $460, for on up to $500, a singular copy here, this is kind of crazy just to talk about in your long term here, folks. And also, I mean, it's just a Fallen of Albaz plus anything from the extra deck. So, I mean, once again, you're looking at those entirely generic options that you can just kind of throw at the wall and go, hey, we can work with this. It seems like a really, really cool card. It's also crazy because, like, your next closest rarity is going to be like 24 cents. So you want to spend 24 cents or do you want to spend $400? You know, you gotta think about that. The Chronicles deck. This is the thing that comes out in just a good couple of days. One of the better products of 2024. And I love this deck. I think this deck is freaking awesome for the community. You have so much good buildup. Now, I mean, how much are these selling? I mean, you're selling this many. People are seeing a $20 free shipped price tag here, and they're going, all right, cool, I'm going to slap 3 of these in my cart because you got the option to get the upgraded thrust. You know, you have all of these other cards that come in here that makes it look like, you know, a very viably good sale. So, you know, the crazy part is well, you're looking at $20 here. I mean, it's going to cost them about $5 to ship that, plus they're going to lose fees. So, I mean, realistically, you're getting these decks for probably about $13, maybe to $12 a deck. So kind of think about that a little bit before you're like, it's kind of expensive. I mean, this has shipping built into it. That's already crazy to think about. Also, flashback to Meteorologic out here. For as much as we toss this thing out of the extra deck at the opponent, you're still a $5 card for this version. So, and I mean, how often do these sell? Very, very often, actually. I think people have forgotten that Meteorologic is one of those kind of important cards for these older formats, and it does continue to kind of have a very, very good place within the meta. So we're looking pretty good today on the market, especially for toolbox options like this. But what do you guys think about everything? Please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.